Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Zuzi on the track.
Okay, welcome to the Dang Show, your place for everything drawing, animation, nerds, and gaming. I'm your host Pierre
and Jaed.
And we're here to talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. We just finished watching it, yo. It was awesome.
It was amazing. It was really good. Surprisingly, Sony didn't F this up and they let Marvel take the reins, and 10 out of 10. Like, it was so good.
I give it a 10 out of 10, and I'm like a habitual Spider-Man
obsessed.
lover. You know, I'm obsessed.
Obviously. I mean, he's got all of the apparel. I don't even have a Spider-Man shirt, so I had to do the colors, but obsessed. And it was really good. Like, it was action. It wasn't slow. We didn't have to repeat on how he became Spider-Man and what happened to Uncle Ben, which we kind of already knew because of the Avengers, but still, you know, there was no flashback on it. Like, thank God. So
So I mean, this is not a spoiler review, so we're just going to talk about our first impressions of Spider-Man Homecoming. First of all, Tom Holland did a great job.
He did a really good job. I love it when British actors sound so American and they're so good at it. You would never know that he's got a super Oliver Twist Cockney accent, but he did really good. One thing that Pierre said was that I thought was really on point was that Spider-Man, he was Spider-Man and Peter Parker as one. Like, Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man was always two different characters because how he acted, and even Andrew Garfield was still kind of two different characters. Tom Holland acted exactly the same as Spider-Man would, but when he was a regular kid. So it was really good.
He's like 15 in this movie, so this Spider-Man is younger than those other two. But every time I would watch it, I got a sense that when he was Spider-Man in the suit, he was totally different. He would do all the wisecracking. It was Spider-Man persona, and then when he was Peter Parker, it was more like the actor, or he was doing something. But this Spider-Man is like the merge of two worlds. So he's still Peter Parker. He's still the same as in the suit. So that was really refreshing to see. You know, I just was talking to this. I got a little friend in the movie theater, and he was. We was talking about the movie, and I was basically saying, I hope, you know, I had my doubts about Sony and what they're planning on doing with these new movies. And so, you know, I took a step back and I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed this, and hopefully, you know, we stay in the same boat with all the rest of the stuff that they put out. Other than that, every other actor was great. It
was a very diverse cast. You definitely saw all races in there, and everybody acted really good. There was nobody that you just like, oh, it was a bad actor, you know, and this and that, you know. Even people that were annoying, like Flash is in it, but he was annoying. He was a good actor, you know. So everybody was good. Zendaya was in it. I'm sorry, I don't know the girl's name that was Peter's love interest. I'm gonna call her Sierra because she looks just like my sister. And then the best friend was amazing. Like, it was just such a good movie. Like, I was really
it was surprised throughout the whole movie, and I mean, it was the pacing was
Michael
perfect.
Keaton was amazing. I mean, he's always been the best to me. He's my favorite Batman, but he was really, you know, he was always a great actor, and he did very well in this one. And you know, they did a great job of making you feel for the character too, because even though he's a villain, you know, he does everything for his own reasons, and everybody can relate to it. Especially with them molding with the Avengers universe. You know, you didn't see a lot of Avengers stuff. It really was a Spider-Man only movie, but they were all side characters. If any Avengers stuff came in, it was because they were the side characters. Like, Spider-Man was the main character of the whole movie.
In this movie, you think Tony Stark is going to take over the movie, but he definitely didn't take over the movie, so that's a good thing. Don't have your reserves about that, like, oh, it's going to be the Iron Man movie, but no, it's not at all. It's the Spider-Man movie. His suit is awesome. I was kind of having like you know, it's a really technology type of thing, but now when I think about the comic books and how Spider-Man is now, and how he does have like a technological suit, it wasn't overbearing. Like, it wasn't taking me out of the Spider-Man experience. It was like, yeah, it's cool. Spider-Man can go back and forth with somebody, with them not really worrying about him being Spider-Man, you know. So I was happy with it. He has like a little AI. This is not spoilery, but he has an AI in there, and in his suit, that he can, you know, talk to, and it was great. It was funny, you know what I'm saying? And also, I mean, with I have no concern. I'm trying to think of bad stuff or anything, but it was really nothing bad, man. The suit looked awesome. The action looked awesome. You know, the villains. Oh yeah, the villains. So there's a couple of villains in there, but there's only one main villain. That's all. I was talking to Jaed in the car coming back from the movies. I was like, it was worrying me a little bit because they was naming names, but they focused on the one,
Michael Keaton's character.
Right,
like, we all know he's the villain.
No, he's the villain.
But
no, he's Vulture.
They did give little hints and stuff like who you gonna be here and there, but they didn't focus on it, which was great.
Right.
And they had a couple of little Easter eggs, which I'm sure people who are like real Spider-Man fan, I don't want to say real, like who's really into Spider-Man lore, especially the recent stuff.
Right.
You will definitely pick up on a lot of stuff, and even I picked up on it, and only because of him, because you know every time something came on, I was like, so
what does that mean? Yeah,
what's that mean? So,
yeah.
But yeah, it was really, it was just, even for me not being a big Spider-Man person, I thought it was a great movie because so I think it's a good movie for everybody. You don't have to be obsessed with Spider-Man.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, it took five movies to get to this point where Spider-Man was done right, but he definitely was done right. Everybody should go out and see it. They shouldn't have any.
Right.
Just forget about the past movies. It was packed.
It was a packed theater, and this is like early showing. This is
this is 7 o'clock.
This is midnight.
showing.
Like usually when we do midnight showings, it's usually packed when it's a big movie, but this one was like packed at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Yeah, everybody was going for it.
It was packed in both theaters. They was playing in one theater, and then they had the IMAX theater that was packed.
Yeah.
Both of them. Well, the only thing is, like, of course, the movie theater, we was watching the movie and the power went out. Like, in the middle of the movie. Like,
yeah, Charlotte's been having a lot of power outages lately. We were without power for 24 hours, and, you know, I was just... Anyway, so yeah, so it missed...
It didn't even... I wasn't that mad about it, you know what I'm saying? Because I was right back into the action. I was ready to see it again. But, you know, it was kind of disappointing. Just for the theater.
It just paused it because it was like at a really good part, but you know, it got back to it, and then you know you forget all about it. Like that's how great the movie was. There wasn't really, it wasn't that it was just fast paced and it was like ping 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 like Transformers. Good God.
But, oh my God, yeah, we gotta do that review
we gotta get on that. But it was very nicely paced. You know, when it did downtime, you're still engaged.
Yeah.
So you're never bored. You're never bored. There's always something going on, but it wasn't to the point where you're confused. Everything was explained.
Jaed and I watched
really
enough. Jaed and I watched enough movies to understand how pacing of movies go and how like your movie has to make sense.
And if there's cliches, you know, there's cliches that make sense. You know, that has to be. It's a movie. You know, there always has to be these tropes. But even a little bit of cliches that was in the movie, it still made sense.
Right.
And it still went with everything.
Yeah,
so
it was great. Yeah.
It was great.
So I mean, all I can do is tell them I'm gonna go and watch it again. Of course, I mean, we going to this comic book convention next week, but I'm gonna watch it I might watch it a couple of times, you know, without Jay, because you know I'm a super fan, but I gotta support it. I'm gonna make sure that it blows up. You know what I'm saying? The same way with Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go watch Black Panther. It was really really good.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Unfortunately in Charlotte, there's not really a real IMAX like there is in the Raleigh's, the Marble, where it's all big and it's 3D. So we just saw it regular, but we will go see it again next Thursday in Raleigh and just get, even though, I mean, it's one of those movies you can watch over and over again.
Right. I mean, I'm definitely buying the DVD.
Yeah.
I'm sold. Like, it's my favorite Spider-Man movie now. I mean,
it's definitely number one.
You know, Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock was my favorite out of the whole trilogy, and I have appreciation for all the rest of the Spider-Mans, but this one is up there. Got my girls in there, in there, and they got Tom Holland did a great job as Spider-Man, and I mean the banter with everybody else is just it was just everybody was funny. Yeah.
And
it was
you think it would be a typical? I mean, it was a high school movie, but then it still had the
they had the
Spider-Man
80s. They put the 80s in there.
There was a lot of 80s stuff.
To make it.
Aunt May was great. Like she was good. Like they didn't
Yeah.
hawk on that too much, and they had little funny moments with that. It was just a really
I was seeing so many memes.
They learned
with
from
that stuff.
Yeah, they learned from their mistakes on the past movies, because even though in the trailers it showed that Peter was, obsessed with this girl and stuff, they didn't make it where it was all about that like they did in Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, especially when it was the Peter and Gwen show with that.
Right.
We all knew it was gonna happen at the end. She was gonna.
She was going,
Well, everybody knows she's gonna die. Everybody knows. So we all know that. So they had to pack that in there, but. There was just, they did everything really well. So
I feel like they played off the meme thing with Aunt May. I was watching. It was like some people was like, my one reason to watching Spider-Man because of Spider-Man, or my real reason to watch Spider-Man is because Aunt May was so good looking, and it was just hitting on that in the whole movie.
She's like
Aunt May is
60,
not
70
young
years old.
no
I mean, I know
more.
she's not, but she's up there. But she's a good looking woman, and they didn't pussyfoot around that.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was really good. Do you have more to say?
No.
Just because I'm sleepy.
I don't care if you sleep.
Okay, so
I gotta go to work. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. You know what I'm saying? Go watch Spider-Man. Support Tom Holland in this new Sony Marvel conjunction. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Spider-Man indeed. But thank y'all for watching, and hopefully see y'all next time.
And definitely go
show.
see it out as soon as possible. Watch it many times. Support it, because this needs to. This Marvel did it right, and even Sony did it right. We all hate Sony, but they did a good job. All right.
Well, see you next time on the Dan Show. Peace.